Welcome to Everything Currency. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Feel real good around here today. Happy Friday. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. How you doing, Stacy? How's it going today? We get getting right into it today. We're getting right into it. I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
Just right into it.
Right
Okay.
into it. Yeah. No wasted time. No
Pure,
intros. No, let's
pure
go.
anal today.
Let's
Just
go. What?
pure.
Just pure raw. Let's go. Straight
Raw. Next question.
raw and uncut.
Oh
Raw
my
and
god.
uncut.
No. So I'm actually really excited because it's a green day. It's a green day or it's a green week, quite honestly.
Yeah, green week.
So
1.5 trillion back into the markets, I
if
think,
it
in one day.
stays like this by next week, we'll be good. The bull
Yeah.
run is starting, and we're all about to be making money. And sooner or later, you're gonna see me and Jay and freaking Bora Bora streaming from there.
And Bora Bora.
Yeah,
Okay, Bora Bora. I like the sound of that. I was gonna say, wait, where's Bora Bora?
I don't even fucking know.
Uh, uh, I'll say Bora Bora, Barbados, one of those.
Yeah.
It sounds all exotic.
Bora Bora isn't a very expensive luxury vacation. We're talking about like at least like 100 grand to go there.
Okay. Yep, Bora
So
Bora.
you
One
know,
play, one play, and we out in Bora Bora.
like,
We're gonna
listen,
spend one
next
play.
year, yeah, multi millions. There you go.
Yeah, for sure. So on today's show, we're gonna be talking to you guys about some meme coins. We got some passive income stuff. We got some videos to check out. It's pretty much a weekly recap and kind of it's almost the end of the month. So we're getting to where we had ourselves at the beginning of the month was pretty bearish. We're ending up bullish, which is what we wanted to see over the charts. What got us our nice green Friday to be up today. So hopefully some of your bags are green today. If you're not holding something that's green today, then start making some adjustments because almost everything is kind of going more up to the upside. So before we get more into the show, I want to ask you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like us on YouTube, like us on Twitter, and subscribe to both me and Stacy's Twitters as we grow this thing. Right now, we're on the road to 10K on on YouTube. So once we hit 10K on YouTube, like we got to do something real nice. It's got to do something
Oh,
real
we might throw a 10K party on stream.
a
Oh,
nice 10K
and then
party.
and then Jay has to go shirtless, everybody. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go, Jay. Shirtless.
I don't think you guys want to see that. How about this? How about this? I don't think they want to see that. So here's what we'll do. We'll do a vote. We'll do a vote on who goes shirtless, and you guys get to decide. No,
Oh yeah. Listen,
you
if I go shirtless, we're all getting banned. That's what's
we're
gonna
all getting,
we're all getting banned. Maybe not
and
on X.
if I
Maybe
go
not on
shirtless,
X.
nobody's ever logging in again. So we got to choose our poison.
Listen, on X will be good if I go shirtless, but
Okay.
on YouTube, we will not survive.
Yeah,
We'll get
we're
shut
not
down
surviving.
immediately.
Bottom line is probably by the time we hit 10K, that'll probably be it based on the ideas that we're presenting right now. We hit 10K, we're probably going to do something to get banned. I have
Listen,
to say.
if we get to 10K, I'll get myself.
When we
I'll,
get to 10K,
when we get
thank you.
myself to 10K, I will get myself a tattoo of your guys' choice.
For real?
For real.
She did not just say that
A
right now.
tiny one.
Are you serious?
A
Okay.
tiny one. I'll get a tattoo of your guys' choice on my body, but I get to pick where I want it. You get to pick what the tattoo is, and it'll
I
be
need it right here.
no.
Somewhere nobody's ever gonna see it at. So yeah, we're gonna do something real fun for 10K. What I've been doing is I have, we're monetized on YouTube, right? So and YouTube it's nothing that I can live off of. So I just been holding that pot. I just been collecting it over this time, and we're gonna do something fun with that money. Probably some giveaways, probably some nice games or something. We'll do something fun for sure for 10K. And I guess we gotta have a tattoo party since you're getting a tattoo. What it is you just want a new tattoo, huh?
No,
You just
I
want to.
don't. I actually want to stop giving myself tattoos, quite honestly. But I'll get a really tiny of your guys' choice if we get to 10K. So make sure you guys share right now the YouTube If you are not following us on YouTube or subscribing to us on YouTube, it's Everything Currency. Go on YouTube, search up Everything Currency, and you'll be able to find our channel on there. Go ahead and click subscribe, and go ahead and give us a comment right now saying that you have officially subscribed to our channel if you are coming from our X. Because I know we get most of our audience from X.
True,
Uh,
true.
so all of you guys that are X watching us, just go subscribe. You don't have to watch us specifically on YouTube, but go subscribe. Help us get us to 10K, because at the end of the day, we're going to come back and give to you guys even more the more that you guys help us. All it takes is a quick subscribe, $0. It costs nothing to support us. We show up every single day for you guys. So get us together, guys.
Let's
Come.
get to 10K. Let's go. We're gonna have some fun getting there. So one of the things we don't want to see go to 10K is Bitcoin. We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin real quick, but I actually wanted to bring up this tweet because I think it goes along with the idea of our price action right now, which is this. I always talk about the psychology of the market charts when it comes to our Bitcoin market, and somebody posted this on X with a big old right here. And what they did was they just laid the current Bitcoin price over the psychology of the market chart, and it looks pretty spot on. It looks pretty spot on, I would have to say. Um,
That's funny. But that could be any chart. Is that the Bitcoin
yeah,
chart?
I believe it's the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, and
Hold on. Let's
you
actually
know,
look at the real live Bitcoin chart so we can actually compare.
yeah,
Because
we'll look at the real life Bitcoin chart. I'm looking at this and I go, oh, you know what? This looks kind of similar. And then this guy over here, Bruce, I'm agreeing with Bruce. Right? I'm gonna like that comment. I'm gonna like that comment real quick before I bring up the chart. Because Bruce is on to something. Bruce is on to something with that. But looking here at this Bitcoin chart, I believe he had it on the monthly. And let me mute my lines for you guys so you guys don't have to look at what we've been looking at every single day. Where are we at? This trend line. Let me just mute all these
yeah,
trend
you have
lines.
trend lines for days, Jay.
Yeah, they're for different charts. I can bring these back in whenever I need them. You
Mm.
know, the thing about charting is like people go like, oh, how charting doesn't work and this and that. A lot of these lines you see on this chart, I made like last year. You know what I mean? Like I made them like a long time ago, and then I'll come and unmute them and look at like, oh, I put this line on the chart back in 2017, and now in freaking you know, or 2019, and now in 2025, the price action is back at that level, and those lines still matter. Like those trend lines are actually the trend, but when we look at this right here, this is what he's saying is complacency, which means that um, by the next week or two, we should be back coming below this blue line, right? We should be getting rejected by the 13 moving average. Um, Personally, it is kind of scary because this chart is definitely how it goes, and you can kind of feel the sentiment in the market. Like last week, everybody was all pissed off. This week, we're all green and everything. But
But we're
me
not
personally,
even at euphoria yet, though.
yes, that's what I was gonna say. Me personally, we haven't even hit the euphoria stage yet. We haven't hit the thrill stage yet,
Yeah.
and or even the belief stage. You know what I
And
mean?
you know
If
what?
anything,
I'm going to be honest with you, Jay. I feel like this year,
mhm.
it doesn't follow this chart. I think this year is
Mm,
different than any other years ever in crypto.
you think so?
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be so unpredictable that it's not going to be this chart right here.
That's what a lot of people are actually calling for and stuff.
Yeah.
We won't know until hindsight. It's just it won't look exactly. It probably won't look exactly the same. The thing is just like this is what we'll feel on the way going up, and that's the main part of this chart. So it's like compare how you feel and compare to how you think the market feels to where we are in this chart to see if it's over. Me personally, while everyone is saying, hey, we're probably down here in complacency, I'm looking at my Bitcoin chart and saying, well, we're having a good bounce on where I usually like to buy as far as a bounce, and we're not even that far from the previous all-time high. So look at this previous all-time high. We're barely in this level. When you go back to this guy's chart right here, It looks like we're barely more right here in like optimism, belief. Last everybody was kind of in hope, disbelief, but I don't even feel like we haven't experienced none of these emotions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
literally probably down here in like optimism, belief stage before we have a big thrill euphoria phase, which I personally think the market is gonna, by the end of this year, we might have a bit of a pullback. So,
Oh, for sure. I mean, but
yeah.
definitely within the next coming weeks or so, we're gonna start heading up and up and up and up, and it's gonna be insane. All new projects are gonna be launched. People are gonna be making money. Every meme coin is gonna go up. We're gonna be able to sleep on our bags. Oh my god, it's gonna be phenomenal.
We're gonna be able to sleep in our bags is a big one. Like we can't sleep.
Literally,
You
we're
can go to
finally
sleep right now and wake up with 90% of your money gone. It's not.
literally because right now I can't sleep on my bags because I already know like the moment I sleep on it, it's zero.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's
Speaking
definitely it.
of bags, how is the coin that we got yesterday doing?
Oh, that meme that we got in on the end of the stream.
Yeah.
Let's pull it up. Hold on, let me see. I know it didn't do as well. I think it went
No,
up for a
it
little bit.
didn't.
Yeah, it
All
went up
time
for a
high
little bit. I
was
think it died.
yeah, all time high was like 125, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah. Hold on. It's actually actually curving up at this point in time. So I think it was, yeah, around here. I think it was what, 50K we got in, or 70K, somewhere around there.
Maybe not
But
80K.
oh yeah, like 80K, something like that. And yeah, it didn't. It basically tanked from there, real hard. And remember, I was saying like it just migrated, so we were a little weary about it just being migrated, But it came down. The dev bought again, which is usually a bad sign when it's down. Um, but yeah, will this coin recover? I have no idea. We didn't really even look at what this one was. Um, but let's see where Tofi's at. Let's see. We
Oh,
might as well look at it.
Toby.
We might as well look at it where we're here. So Tofi, same thing. It went. Tofi actually went to 6 million and then came down to 137K.
So it still went down. It still went. I mean, but it's still a good floor. It's not that bad of a floor.
Chad GPT says 100K. So I'm gonna leave this in here. This green line is where Chad GPT says to buy some more at. It already told us to buy over here. It literally said buy here. It told us to take our profit around this white line, and then it said buy at this level. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
and we have 3,000 holders on that coin.
Yeah, it's not a bad one for sure.
You know
What's
what?
going on?
It's giving. It kind of looks like Trump's chart a little bit.
You think so?
Yeah.
It could be, huh? Let's see Trump's chart. And Trump's chart is going up. It's up
See,
2 billion
look,
from yesterday.
the same thing.
Yeah, the down and then this nice rounded. We want to basically see any coin that's in this area, this rounded phase here, double bottom, because a lot of those blue chips, like you seen, freaking Whiff was up, Bonk was up, uh, Brett, Tofi, I mean not Tofi, Lo-Fi or whatever. All
Mhm.
of like the main freaking meme coins were like up over the last couple of days.
Right.
Joseph says one thing that's different this cycle is that Bitcoin is a little behind because of reaching all-time highs before the halving, and now news manipulation. But the M2 global money flow is doing the same thing. You think it's doing the same thing? I think the money flow is going up, I believe. Um,
Everything is going to be different. Nobody's going to be able to predict what's going to happen next. I'm telling you.
it's a 12-week delay. The money flow in Bitcoin. You think so? That's I respectfully. I think it's going to be different, but I think
Yeah.
what will be the same will be the same. I think like it won't be the same, but it'll rhyme. They say like it doesn't. History doesn't repeat, but it usually rhymes.
I don't know. Something about this year.
Uh huh.
I'm just telling you, it's different. It's different. It's different. It's different. And it's not going to be predictable. Everybody thinks they can predict it right now, and even myself. But I'm telling you, it's gonna it's gonna do a twist and turn that we're not even gonna expect.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, look, everybody, mostly everybody is predicting bearish. Everybody's predicting we go down and all this stuff. So I'm hoping that, yeah, hopefully, hopefully everybody keeps on
Oh, well, I'm
predicting.
not bearish. I'm
Yeah.
bullish.
No, I'm just saying, but like usually people are like predicting like, oh, we're gonna go down, we're Bitcoin's going to 10K. And once I see enough people saying we're gonna go down, then I'm like, I start to feel a little more comfortable.
Bitcoin going to 10K? Are people really that crazy?
People say some pretty interesting things.
Bitcoin to 10K though?
People are saying some pretty interesting things.
Come
Uh,
on, guys. That's
yeah,
like on that's like oh come on.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of things that people are saying, it's all based on just this right here. You know what I mean? So if people are still calling for 10K Bitcoin and they're down here in disbelief, they're down here in like anger or panic or even capitulation, you know, when people, I want to see here like belief, time to get fully invested. Isn't that kind of what everybody's saying right now? Everybody's saying, hey, pack your bags. I got to get ready. Everyone's on the timeline saying, buy your favorite meme coins. No one's saying, hey, I'm rich. No one's saying I bought a new car. No one's saying that I'm going to, 10X buy. Everyone's saying, hey, right now is a good time to get invested. You know, when everybody's up here saying, hey, I'm a genius, you should follow me, join my private group, we're going to make billions of dollars. That's when it's time to start like getting out.
Yeah.
Yosef says, and it's 13 million coins. That's different time. Also, got to pick your yes, definitely. Basically, you got to be in the right coins. That's what he's saying. You got to be in the right coins. It's definitely not as easy. When I first got in, there was only 2,000 tokens, so it was like, just pick one of the good ones and you're good, and it was a lot easy. Now you got, let's see, CoinGecko says 17,000. And that's just what they have registered. There's probably over 1 million tokens in the market right now, which is pretty damn crazy to think about. That there's so many tokens. So, switching gears a little bit, how are things going with Avalanche? I know you're working with Avalanche. How are things going with
Shh.
Avalanche?
They're not supposed to know that. They're
No,
gonna think I'm a Fed.
people know. You are a Fed. Don't lie to the people. She's a Fed. Don't tell her no information you don't want the Feds to know, fellas. She's a Fed. Stacy's a Fed.
Hey, you're a Fed too because you're working with the Feds.
Guys, I'm the inside man. I'm the inside man. I'm gonna see what the information is, bring it back. Um,
No, but
yeah,
Avalanche actually just came out, just literally posted something new today. And they basically said that let me go back to the post because it was life changing. I was like, whoa,
what?
like they're really on top of their shit today. In general, honestly. What was it? It said, where is it? It said, okay, I'm gonna send it to you so you can show it to everybody.
Okay.
And I'm gonna read it out loud for everybody to hear. But this is incredible. What Avex is doing behind the scenes is like, dude, like
Yeah, Avax is it's one of my
you
favorite
guys are
coins up here.
sleeping on Avex. So it says, wow, Brucey runs on paper. This doctor turned developer created a brand new digital signature platform on Avalanche, hoping to onboard a new generation to Web3. Here
Mm,
is their story. What?
yeah. So that's like a, let's see. While bureaucracy runs on paper, this doctor turned developer created a brand new digital. On Avalanche. So it's like DocuSign on the blockchain. Says
Right.
meet Santi and Gabriel Love. I'm not gonna try to say his name. The Argentine founders behind code-based startup AutoPin, and explore how a newspaper article in a changing regulatory landscape in Latin America sparked the idea to build a solution for a next-gen notary service. Okay. Our users won't need to know anything about crypto. Love it. They'll just see a better, faster, more secure way to get things done. Dope. That is pretty sick.
And there's me on the comments below.
So this is huge. Huge.
But literally, this is like one thing that I keep telling everybody is Avalanche is bringing crypto into Web 2 in a way where people that are not in Web 3 don't even know that they're using crypto. And that's probably the best way to do it. And here's
Yes,
why. Here's
definitely.
because if I go right now to my parents and tell them, hey, do X, Y, and Z, open up a wallet. You have to have key phrases. You have to do X, Y, and Z. You have to whatever, and you have to KYC. all this stuff. They're gonna be like, oh, too much
Too much.
work.
The
I
onboarding is
want to
crazy.
stick with what I already know, right? So if you do it in a way where the average consumer isn't going to know that they're using crypto, that is the best way to do it. And I fight with a lot of people a lot of times because they say, "Oh, well, my mom was able to do it." I'm like, "Yeah, but 85% of Americans are not like that. They're
Hmm.
hard-headed. They want to stick with what they know. They don't want to complex their life. They just want to do it with the way that they have been shown, So it's going to be harder for us to essentially integrate, crypto wallets with Web 2 and try to get people to learn something new when people don't want to learn something new,
Yeah.
want to stick to what they know. So if we could do it in a way where it's like, hey, do this, and they don't know that they're using crypto, and it helps
Yeah.
us, it helps the people that we are in crypto, fine by me. I don't care, you
I've
know?
been saying that for years. Like the whole sentiment that you just put, yes, I'm just nodding my head like yes, 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 because I've been saying that for years. Like if people, okay, two reasons why people will get into crypto. They don't know that they're using crypto. For example, in the terms of Ticketmaster, like if you're using Ticketmaster using crypto, you don't need to know.
Yep,
Or in the terms of like you have to have a really good reason to want to do it,
yep,
right? So you either make a product that's dope enough to make people want to do it, or you make it so that they don't know that they're doing something. Like the normal person don't even know what the hell Web 3 is. The normal person doesn't even know what Web 2 is. They just
yep.
know they just know what Google is and whatever they want to use. So that's why I've been bullish on AVAX since it was freaking $5 when I made my first video on it. That's why I've been bullish on coins. Like, before when Omi was allowing certain things, it was like, yo, this is a Web 2 collecting platform that has a Web 3 token.
Right.
And as an investor, I want to invest into stuff that people are actually going to use.
Right.
And I think something like an auto pin service that makes it verifiable, checkable. We'll see how like we'll keep an eye on this and see how they actually bring it into fruition. But overall, like, yeah, it's definitely dope, and I definitely want to invest into more things that, like, it's hiding the fact that it's blockchain, because you
Yes.
don't need to have people knowing all that stuff. They just need
Correct.
the benefits of it. You know what
Correct.
I mean?
We don't need them to know. It helps our bags. So why do you fucking care whether they know how to open up a wallet or not? Like, it doesn't make sense. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, you're biased because you work with Avalanche and blah blah blah." I'm I wouldn't have worked with Avalanche in the first place if I didn't like what they were doing. First of all,
That's facts.
that's
I
like
think people
number
always overlook the fact that, like, hey, yeah, I gotta like something to be working with. I'm not gonna work with something that I know is gonna rug, like, or
correct.
that I
And
know
mind you,
sucks.
I'm not one of those influencers that they just put a $100,000 check in front of my face and it's like, here, just come. And if I don't like the product, guess what? I'm gonna say, sorry, I'm not gonna work with you because I don't agree with what you're doing. That's the kind of person that I am. And have always been like, shoot, if I was that person that accepted every check that was put into my face, I'm telling you right now, I would be a fucking billionaire.
Or also, I'm telling you right now, you guys would see some dumb ass projects being promoted on the
Correct.
stream if we just took every single person who wanted us to promote and said, "Hey, look, and shill it off all this BS stuff." Because, like, I mean, you guys know what the goal is here. The goal of this channel is to, like, be fun, be entertaining, interact with you guys, but also let's get this money together. Together is the key. We
Right.
can't get paid without you guys, or I mean, it ain't gonna work. Like, we're not
Right.
gonna use the crowd for exit liquidity when so yeah, basically we don't
Right.
have to go anymore down that rabbit hole, but
No,
yeah,
but I do want
definitely.
to get into that really quick. I
Uh-huh.
do want to say, if you do have a project and you want us to, promote it
Oh
on our
yeah, 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 for
stream and
sure.
all that stuff, definitely hit us up. Now, I will not guarantee you that it will go on our stream because if we don't like what your project's about, we will tell you as well. By the way, we'll tell you, I'm sorry, but we're not going to work with you. Okay. But don't be afraid to come to us and be like, hey, like I would love for you guys to promote this project on your stream. Cool, we'll talk about it, we'll see the T's and the C's and then go from there. But honestly, one thing about me and Jay is we're not gonna bring you bullshit that we don't agree with. Never. Ever, 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 ever. I don't care how big the check is. Somebody can say, "Oh, I'll pay you $1 million, X, Y, and Z." Don't get me wrong. We both want $1 million. But at the end of the day, if we know it's gonna actually hurt the people that we're talking to in our stream, we're not gonna take it because it just doesn't make any sense. We're
Yeah,
not selfish like that.
it doesn't even feel right for sure.
Right,
That's why that's why it's like with some of these other influencers, it's like crazy how they're just pulling off some of these like exit liquidity schemes and stuff like that.
right.
But yeah, so besides auto pin, this is pretty dope. We see them doing some things with that. Um Other news from Avalanche, you also had sent me this right here. Now it says the Avalanche meme coin review COQ. The meme coin ecosystem on Avalanche is more promising than you might think. The cock inu is the heart of it all. Now, the reason why I liked this and what I wanted to talk about with this is like usually yesterday we had mentioned like, oh, there's Sui and it's a new ecosystem, and then the first meme coin on that ecosystem is going crazy.
Yeah.
Almost everybody who got involved with that token is up right now. Same thing happened for Cock Inu on Avalanche. And I just wanted to, just make that statement. But this is pretty dope to see that now they got more coming along. It says if you can't hold, then you won't be rich.
And I like the little guys,
Good
they're cute.
project
They
by
kind of it kind of looks like you a little bit with the cap and everything.
with the cap and the little
Yeah.
baby right here. It says
Yeah.
my in real life friends started using gifts who are not in crypto adoption. You know what? That's interesting. uh I knew that Pangu was gonna be a crazy amount of token when like this girl just sent me like I was like, oh yeah, I'll see you later, and then she sent me this happy like pudgy penguins emoji, and I was like, oh shit, you know what pudgy penguins are? And she's like, what is that? Like, she had
Wow.
no clue what pudgy penguins were, but from that I was like, yo, this is mainstream adoption. This is gonna go
Yeah.
crazy. This IP is
And
actually,
that's the way to do it, guys.
yeah,
When people that don't even are not even Web3 are talking about things that they don't even realize it. Like, think about it like this, like Chill Guy, okay?
yeah.
Chill Guy
So
went
that was a good
viral on TikTok, but
example.
people who are not on Web3 don't even realize that it's a fucking coin. They don't even know.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's how you win. That's how you make a coin go viral. When you start involving the sheep, that's how you're going to win because the sheep will follow anything that is viral. Come
No, for
on,
real.
guys.
For real. It's we live in an attention economy. If it's getting
Yes.
attention, it's probably raising some money. And that's, unfortunately, like a lot of people who hate on meme coins. Even me, I'm indifferent about meme coins, but I embrace it because I'm not stupid. I follow the money. But
Yeah.
like, you know, attention is where it's at, and in crypto right now, meme coins garner a lot of attention because they garner outside attention from outside crypto. Like people heard about Chill Guy and said, "Oh, there's some kind of investment I can buy," and then they went and made a Phantom wallet and bought it, and they onboarded because the second reason that I said they onboarded because they wanted to do something. They didn't care about how long it took or private keys or KYC. They just wanted to do it, so that process was simple for
Or
them.
think about another like this, another genius one. Trump, okay? Trump got a bunch of buyers that are not even in crypto, and they went ahead and also made a wallet and bought some Trump. Why? Because they love Trump, they love the president, whatever it is. So we're gonna support whatever Trump is. Even my parents were calling me, asking me, "How do I buy Trump? How do I buy Trump?" And mind you, they're trying to buy at the top, and
Yeah,
I try to tell them like, "Do not buy."
you're like, don't buy that right now. Hey,
Don't
don't
buy
do
it.
that. Don't do that
And you know what's crazy? My mom still went out of her way
to
to
figure it
figure it
out.
out on her own because I kept telling her, do not buy. And she bought it and she lost money. And I told her, I'm like, this is how they get the freaking sheep. They make you think that you need it, you want it, you're gonna make money out of it, but you don't even realize it because you don't know what you're doing. So now the people who do know what they're doing, they're the ones getting rich and you're getting poor.
Exit liquidity at its
Exit liquidity.
finest.
For real. You know what?
um,
Trump
what
used
happened?
probably used that money for freaking campaign purposes and all kinds of other stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. He definitely is using that money right now for whatever the hell he wants. Getting his golf course fixed up or whatever he's
Yeah,
doing.
literally.
um our NFTs back. We got this post right here from Cyrus Abraham. It says NFTs are back. What is, I haven't seen this.
I didn't expect you to
Oh,
understand it.
Oh, there's a dude rapping.
Taking my
Hold
portfolio
on,
for granted.
hold on. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
wait, this is the guy
This,
replying as
oh,
the crypto guy.
he's
Hold on.
replying
What?
to her.
Wait,
Okay, okay. I
wait,
wasn't ready.
wait,
I
wait,
wasn't ready. Hold on. I was not
wait,
ready.
wait,
What
wait.
the hell is
Fuck you taking my portfolio for granted. Didn't expect you to.
I got nothing left to give, no, to another crypto boy.
I didn't expect you to understand it, but how the fuck you taking my portfolio for granted? And she said to me, why you never have sex with me? Cause I'm too busy showing you all my NFTs. Hold up, do you expect me to feed you? Got plenty of Ethereum, Shiba and Inu. She said I felt like it's time for a job, I'm good. I got one, baby, it's called Robin Hood. I know the market like the back of my hand, but baby girl, can I borrow a grand?
I care about your crypto boy.
Hell yeah. Let me get 1,000.
You always seem to find a way to tear things down, but this Ethereum is gonna get me out this town. You seen these tips yet? We could be so rich, but I won't take it to the moon if you don't wanna come with. I need that fast life, you're making mixtapes, so please enlighten me how I'm so damn delusional, babe. You're a musician, you work at Arby's, that's why I hate when you
This is
Damn.
first of all,
Damn.
first of all, I will say the song is pretty good. I will
Oh
say
yeah,
the
the
song is
mixing,
pretty
everything.
good.
It's not a bad song.
It's not a bad song,
Production wise.
but the fact that she made a whole freaking song about a guy that's in love with crypto and doesn't pay attention to her is literally so relatable, and she fucking hit it on the spot. Like, you don't even understand. Like, she just made a banger. Made a banger.
He says so relatable. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, that's so funny because the reason I say it's so relatable is because every time I'm in spaces, all
mhm.
I hear is all these guys is constantly talk about how their girlfriends don't understand what they're going through and buying coins and NFTs and blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, then go. Why don't you find a crypto girl? Like,
I
there's
was gonna say, get you a girl who like I was gonna say, fellas, first of
oh,
all,
no, no, no.
don't
And
get
you
it.
know what I
Try to get a
always say
girl.
too? I always say as well, I'm like, if your girl doesn't understand, that is your fault. Why is it your fault? Because you should be able to sit your girl down for like an hour or two and show her, hey, this is what I do. Because then she'll be a little bit more understanding as to why you are doing the way things you are doing.
Oh yeah.
The reason I say this is because before I got into crypto full time, I was dating a man who was in crypto, and I didn't 100% understand everything, and I would get upset when he was always on his computer looking at
Hmm.
charts and all this stuff, right? Until I got into it is when I was like, oh, I understand now.
Hmm.
That makes more sense. So even if you just take a little bit of time to kind of show your girl, like, hey, this is what I do, and this is why, this stresses me out, X, Y, and Z. It's all about communication and showing,
Hmm.
your person who you're with at the end of the day. But this is hilarious and I love it so much. And I think she just hit a banger, and now she has all the crypto people talking about her. She knew exactly what she was doing. And
Yeah.
this is what you call getting people
She's
who are not in the space getting into the space.
yeah, which is funny. I think it has to do with this tweet right here that was posted earlier by this girl. She said, tried to flirt, ended up explaining meme coins. So and I thought that was hella funny. It's just, you know what I mean? I will say this though. It's actually in a lot of self-help books, fellas, that if your woman doesn't agree with how you make money, you will not have a happy marriage and therefore you will not be successful. So with that being said, just make sure you get you a girl who understands. And also, this is for outside of crypto as well too. Don't be with somebody who's competing with what you do for a living, right? Don't get with somebody who's competing for your hobbies. You know what I mean? Find you somebody who has their own fucking hobbies so that they understand when you want to do your hobbies. So if your girl has her own hobbies, then she will not go and compete with your hobbies because she understands that she has something that she loves outside of you. You have something that you love outside of you. Those are the relationships where she'll come to your pickup basketball game and you'll go to her tennis match or whatever, and then you guys have that good kind of support for each other and you don't argue over things that you guys like to do. You know what I mean? I never understood people arguing over things that they like
Yes.
to do.
And I'll say one other thing. Like I said last stream, my friend Bitcoin Barbie has a little project exactly about this. It's called Hodl Date, where Web3 people find other Web3 people. And she's actually right now in the process of launching a reality TV show for Web3 people. And guess who's going to be the first bachelorette right here? She's going to help me find my Web3
That's hella
husband.
funny.
And I'm going to be the first one on the reality TV show. So you guys go check it out because she also does spaces about this. She has conversations about this stuff and whatever. And you can freely talk about relationships because I know sometimes, we get on spaces and we try to talk about relationships and all kinds of stuff with it being in Web3 and we get shut down because we're trying to shield a coin or whatever, right? So
Hmm.
this is a space where you can freely talk about that and find other Web3 people, that are single and that are looking, to get connected. And the beauty about being in Web3 is that it doesn't matter whether you go and find somebody that lives in a different country or a different state. Why? Because we're all in Web3. We can live wherever we want, and if it
Hmm.
matches up, it is what it is. And we have the capabilities again to live everywhere and have the money and have the freedom. So it just works out that way better. So if you are looking for somebody in Web3, definitely go hit up Hodl Date or Bitcoin Barbie and you'll be able to find. And a girl, if you're watching this, I've been shilling your shit for so long. You
So
better,
yeah, Joseph, if you're looking for a crypto girl, there's a whole show for you, my brother. There's a whole show for you.
yeah.
One of the requirements might be that you give them a wallet or something. Say no. Say no. Don't
Wow, that's the
no,
requirement. You have to give me
that's a say
portfolio,
no. Say
your
no.
whole
Uh,
portfolio right now.
yeah, say no. You don't want to get, you don't want them falling in love with your portfolio numbers.
Now, of course, you're
Uh,
gonna fall in love with
yeah.
your portfolio numbers. What do you mean? Provider
Really?
man here.
Provider man. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
No comment. I'm gonna just move on from that. Make sure
Come
she likes
on.
you. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Like,
like both. I like you and the money.
let's just make sure one comes before the other one. How about that? Let's make sure one comes before the other one, and then we good. How about that? You
No,
know.
of course. I'll like you first. And if I like you, then of course I'll like your money even more.
I don't know, man. That sounds a little risky right there. Sounds a little risky, you know.
We're all about money in Web3. Like you cannot not
So if I get rugged, you gone?
I'll help you figure it out.
She said, she said, I don't know. Like, what you mean rugged? You got other wallets, right?
You get rugged every day. So what are you talking about?
Oh, that's hella funny. Oh man. So let's see what else we. Let's go back. Well, only thing that men want right here, according, let's see, the crypto girl right here. Yes, yes. This is true. This is true. This is true.
Wow. Wow.
This is true. We
Wow.
just said, bro.
Listen, I want that too. How about you guys? But
This
my,
is
my,
only
my my schlong is real big. It's nice, green, and big. That's
big
all I
green.
want.
Dude, I'll never forget. I actually have a story. Like, I had went to Santana Row one time, and I was talking to this guy who was like, my friend was like, I gotta introduce you to this dude. He's in finance. He's in traditional finance. I was like, oh yeah, for sure. So we go to like El Jardín, some bar over there, and it's kind of like a little fancy spot. So everyone there is like, there's like people who play for the Niners. A couple finance guys. It was like me and this girl who were like the crypto people. But there's all these people there, and everyone's like talking about these different ways to make money and this and that, and everyone's showing charts and stuff. So it was completely like geeked out type of finance like meetup. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my phone, and I'm it's a meme coin called Big Green Dildo that I'm in at the time.
Excellent.
And and it does like a 10x in one candle. Like it goes from like like 5K to like 50K or something like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everyone's looking, oh, I got 10% on this. I'm looking, and the main dude who's like, wealthy ass dude looks over. He goes, "Oh, that's a beautiful candle." He's like, "What are you trading?" You know what I mean? And I just felt hella embarrassed to be like, "Oh, it's this coin called Big Green Dildo." And I just made like, a 10x on it or whatever. And he's like, and I told him, he just looks at me, he goes, "Oh, okay, so it's just a shitter." Like, it's just like a shitter.
Wow.
Before even anybody like called it shitter or anything like that. He goes, "Oh yeah, so it's just like a shitter, huh?" And I was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe
You know
I
what?
can't
I don't
I
like
can't
that.
come into an actual real finance thing and start shilling meme coins because they ain't gonna get it.
Right. And I don't like that attitude because it's like, dang, like if money is money,
Yeah. I
whether I,
mean, and the girl who was next to me was this other girl who was like barely getting into trading and stuff. And
Mhm.
she goes, "Oh," she goes, "that's 1,000%." Dude goes, "Oh, it's just a shitter." And then she goes, "But that's 1,000%."
Yeah.
She goes, "What the hell? How did what is that?" She starts asking me all these questions, and she wants to get a mentorship and stuff.
Right,
She
right.
wanted to learn about it, which I was like, "Hey, there's somebody, the difference in attitudes about crypto is kind of showing. Some people are going to be willing and very happy to learn, and some people are just going to be like, nah, they're not going to take it serious,
Right.
depending on who
And
they
well,
are."
and that's why for anybody who doesn't know, I used to be a financial advisor. So we would get hyped about 13%. you know? So it it's so crazy from going to being a financial advisor to now being, in crypto full time. And you get 1,000x's on a daily basis, and I look back and I'm like, damn, I can't believe we would get hype of over 13%. Like, and don't get me wrong, long term, and there's certain things that you should definitely do, financially, that
Hmm.
it's okay to get 13% for. But if you can get 1,000x into something and make a good amount of money, why not? Why does it matter if it's called green dildo or not? Why does it matter if it's called booty hole or whatever it is? Like at the end of the day, money is money. And if it can help your life and change your life,
Hmm.
do it.
It's about, yeah, it's like about the risk versus reward, and like which I get, you know what I mean? Because that guy is like, he's the richest one in the room. For him, he's gonna put 20 million on something and make 2% and be ecstatic. You know
Right.
what I mean? Where other people in the room, or maybe they're only going to put 1,000 or 5,000 or
Right.
500 or whatever. So it's like, and then that just goes into like your risk, like the amount of risk that you want to take. For
Right.
me, especially like when I want to like boost up my earnings, yeah, I'll take more risk in order to make more money. But like, I don't take that risk with high amounts of money anymore. Like you just have to be smart about it.
Right.
Um, yeah, so we got this right here. You brought up this idea right here. What do you think about this? This says a quick video guide to join the Soul Flare card waitlist. How do you feel about crypto cards? How do you guys in general in the comments? Let me know. How do
I'm
you guys
excited.
feel about crypto cards?
I'm excited, and Avalanche also just came out with the card itself as well. So I'm
Mhm.
definitely getting myself an Avalanche card for sure. I'll definitely probably get a Soul Flare one too. You know,
Yeah.
I'm down for crypto cards all the way because it makes our life easier.
Yeah, I mean, definitely like when you do stuff like right now, my I do everything on crypto. So when I want to spend money, I gotta, especially when it comes to taxes, I gotta get a certain amount, send it to my Coinbase, and cash out all together so that it's cohesive. Usually I do it like once a week or once every other week and stuff like that. But even just being able to go ahead and like transfer money into my card account and just swipe a crypto card, that's going to be dope. Now, the problem with a lot of crypto cards right now is like the fees are crazy. I don't want to pay it. It's like you don't want to pay extra $2 whenever you buy something. just because you want to use a card, or an extra $5 every time you buy something, like that could add up real quick if you do as many transactions as I do.
Avalanche just came
Mhm.
out with a wallet that has absolutely no fees.
So that one is going to be one to look into. I don't know how Soul Flare is going to go. I don't know if there's going to be extra fees. Soul is pretty cheap, less than a penny for a fee. But like if it's just no fees, then you get to avoid that extra bill, right? And it doesn't matter if it's a quarter or $20. An extra bill is an extra bill. That's money going out that when money could have stayed in.
Right.
But overall, yeah, this is pretty dope to see that Soul Flare has a card coming out. That's pretty crazy. That is definitely pretty crazy.
And then you can join the wait list right now. I'm pretty sure everybody can, if you get in early, you'll be able to get accepted. What women think we want, what we
Yeah.
actually want. I want that too.
This is fact. They won't. That's funny.
No,
Yeah.
but listen, I want both because listen, her hair looks phenomenal. So I want her hair, her facial structures, and then I also want the green candle. So give me both.
Give me the green candles. I'll figure out the other one.
Give me both.
What's huh?
Look at this.
What's this guy? What the fuck? Troll. So what's troll? Troll is the token. Let's see. Troll. Let's pull it up.
The
What's the
chart.
price
Yeah.
of troll? I was gonna say, what's the price of troll? Let's see. They made a nice good meme. Let's see if they got
1 hour ago.
Yeah, 1 hour ago. I'm just looking. Somebody's got to have posted the CA. Here we go. Are you familiar with the troll meme? Let's see if this is the one. Troll. Oh, 20 million. I expected it to be less.
Let's go.
Let's make sure this is the right token right here. You sideline, bro? Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Troll. So yeah, this token is already at 20 mil. Me personally, man, I'm not buying meme coins that are more than 5 million right now. That's just me personally. But a lot of people probably have conviction in this.
Well, I also will say don't buy at the top unless you know
Mhm.
something within the team that it's possible that's going to go up more than 20 mil, then
Yeah.
that's different. But I would never ever don't stop buying at the top, everybody. You all buy at the top and sell at the bottom. Like, why?
Yeah, all these people right here need to dump. They need to take profit. You know what I mean? And since that's such a short candle right there, that's probably a bundle. It's probably one guy. Yeah, probably very few people.
Chart. Oh my god!
Probably a couple people. Yeah.
Look, I've never seen a chart like that before.
Yeah, that's right
That was
here. They
insane.
probably got it migrated, it dumped, and then they bought the bundle. This
That
chart's
was
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, I would let this chill for a little bit. I gotta see what happens in the next couple of days. If it survives, it might go crazy. But being that this thing was at 7K for how long? It was at 7K for this long is crazy.
Wow.
Somebody probably CTO'd this and decided to pump it.
Probably. Because honestly, I like the ticker.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be a good idea to do that because it's not a bad meme. This is right along. Like everyone and most people in finance have seen this face before.
Right.
So and they're getting listed on some exchanges. All right, I'm gonna add this one to the watch list as well. See where we go. Like we both decided, yeah, don't buy this top. So we'll see where it's at on Monday and see if we made a good move.
Yeah.
Or not buying this top on this token. We got another token. We got Rue right here. Rue is at 2.3 million as of posted this. He posted this 2 hours ago. Let's pull it up.
Well, go get the CA just to make sure that it's.
Yeah, I gotta get the right CA. Let me see. I tried to just search for it and it wasn't doing it. Okay, new 50 mil runner. Okay, it's a cute dog.
It's a dog with.
Dog with some boots on. See, they said 30x. They already got 30x on this thing. Did I miss it? There we go.
It's so cute. Oh my
He's a
goodness.
little, he's a little cute. Oh, okay. So this thing went to 2.6 million. Right now, it's below a million. It's at this is the hourly chart. Oh, so it's only 4 hours old. Interesting.
And it's at what right now? It's at
That
800.
yeah, 861. Okay.
Might be a good dip.
Yeah, let's see the 15-minute chart. Yeah, I don't like this pattern right here. So I'll watch this. I would let it since this is here, we'll see. But usually this will come do a little thing like this, right? I want to see the price action pretty much uh do the same thing. I want the price action to basically go sideways and then it'll shoot, real quick because it's a meme. This is the 15-minute chart. So that could happen today. That could happen today.
So don't ever fade meme coins though, because one thing about meme coins is they like to break the rules, so it could not look good right now, but then it later looks amazing. So
Yeah, definitely just keep an eye on it.
yeah,
Because like we said, and even we had Hinak on the stream. He said, guy's a meme coin guy. He knows what's up. He says, hey, basically knowing who to trade with is the name of the game.
yep,
These charts and stuff, yeah, they will. The chart is the chart. The chart is based on the psychology of it's based on some other stuff, right?
right,
But those charts can be manipulated, when it comes to who's in it and all of that stuff. So I
right,
still look at the chart, but also I still want to know like who are these 3,600 people who are in this token. You know what I mean? And definitely like who are these people right here who got, there's too many people with $20,000 worth of this token right now.
right.
You know what I mean? Too many people. Remember how we were talking yesterday about we want to see where these traders are. These guys already realized 20K, 19K, 18K, 15K, like, you know. So if it starts pumping from here, we'll see. I might have to get back in there. Green Day, we already talked about how it's a Green Day. Very, very exciting.
Green week.
Green Week, yeah. Green Month, actually.
What?
We started
Ah,
off.
okay, now you're being too
We started
extreme.
off. No, I'm not. I got proof.
You
You know
got
what I mean?
proof? Okay,
I
let's
got
see.
proof. I can't say nothing without proof. I'm not just
Okay,
out here
let's see
just
then.
talking.
Let's see the
Look,
proof.
okay. This is the proof. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at execute whatever it's called. Exhibition A right here. Each of these candles is 1 month. And what color is this candle right here?
Um, it's green.
Hey, so we have had a green month. We got 5 days, so hopefully for the
No,
next 5 days we
Jay.
hold it. We had last month was a red month. This month is a green month. We got 5 more days, right? I could change the color if you want. We could make it a purple month. If that makes you feel a little better.
Yeah, you know what? Pink is make me feel better. Yeah,
So yeah, we're having a green month right here. So hey, it's looking pretty good. Sentiments up. Some people think that we could dip right now. I don't necessarily think we will, but we'll see. We'll see over the next couple of days. But what's going on here? We regret to inform you that your position has been liquidated. Oh my goodness. What is this, a slot machine?
they're confirming $20,000 transferred to take out right now. That's like
Oh, nah.
smart.
And they're at the casino?
But that's what you guys go to the casino every day. This is what you guys do. This is what
You
you guys.
guys.
Well,
You
me
guys.
too.
Okay, okay. I was like, I don't like to gamble, man.
What are you talking about? We gamble every day in this space.
Oh shit. Yeah, you know what I mean.
We gamble every
um,
day. We're more likely to win in crypto than we are at the casino.
yeah, it's a little bit more calculations to it,
Yeah.
than
The
not. So,
casino already has an algorithm on like who's gonna win and who isn't.
yeah. And they watch you, that like they watch, they see, oh, this person just deposited more money. Let's go get it, you know.
Right.
And the last one we got is this guy. What is he talking about? Quick note: dive into Celestia's accelerator offerings with Josh C. Stern. What you talking about, Josh?
I don't see it.
We mean application. Welcome and
Can you see it now?
Gmamo, everyone. Welcome and Gmamo, everyone. Josh here from Celestia Labs. Celestia is the modular blockchain powering unstoppable applications with full stack customizability. When we say unstoppable, we mean applications that can't be shut down or censored. When we talk about full stack customizability, we're talking about Celestia's modular approach, which separates consensus and data availability from execution. This allows you to optimize for your specific application's needs while inheriting the unstoppable properties of the base layers, DA, and consensus. This means you can build applications that are full stack tailored to your exact requirements and fundamentally resilient against interference. As a developer advocate at Celestia Labs, I work directly with developers who are using Celestia's verifiable blob space to build applications. This combination creates a foundation for applications that can scale without compromise. We're excited to be a part of QuickNode's Accelerator program, where we'll help you use Celestia underneath your application. Head to our Discord for questions about using Celestia and check out our forum for the latest research topics.
What's QuickNode? We'd write and build on chain with the fastest, most reliable infrastructure, 65 chains, 99.
Oh, it's a development it's for devs.
Yeah, developer platform. Let me see where Celestia token's at, because Celestia is a token that I used to hold. I talked about it on the channel before when they had something going on where it was like, oh, if you stake some Celestia, you can be eligible for a bunch of airdrops, which I did. I staked quite a bit, no lie. And I didn't get any airdrops, so I was kind of turned off by the token. But that's because that's the only reason why I bought it.
Welcome to crypto. You'll get a lot of promises that can't be confirmed.
Yeah, usually when it comes to airdrops, yeah, they don't really confirm all of the criteria ahead of time. It's like bad for them on the regulatory end. But like that was kind of the rumor, and a lot of people did get airdrops. Just for some reason, I didn't get them. So like it was like, oh, everyone who was staking Celestia, like I woke up and it was like everyone who's staking got like 10 bands or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm staking a bunch of Celestia. I should get at least 10,000. And I didn't get anything. And it happened a couple times. So
maybe you should hit up their customer service or something.
Yeah, I'm about to hit up what's his name? What's his name? Josh. What's going on, Josh? Josh, can I get what's up with my
Josh, give freaking Jay his airdrops already. Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into their DMs. Hey, we have a show. We want you to come on and talk to us about Celestia. As soon as he gets here, I'm like, where's my money?
For real. Listen, we'll get your money somehow, Joe. Don't worry about it. Right. We'll get your money somehow.
Where is my Celestia? But the funny thing is, it's like I'm still staking it though. That's the funny part. And it's because it takes like 2 weeks to unstake. Usually I don't like to get into staking where I can't unstake right away. But and also I bought the coin.
I stake Solana and Sui currently.
Okay. Yeah.
And I actually earn like on a daily basis. Like it's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Definitely the passive income in crypto it's underrated. It's definitely underrated. This token was $20 at one time. I think I paid like $17.
$20?
Yeah.
And it's now 280?
280. And I think I paid like $17 for the ones that I have. But looking at the max of this token, it is down. It could come back. Celestia is very good tech. But we'll see. We'll see how it's all about marketing at this point. If they got good tech and nothing's happening, it's going to come down to their marketing. Right. So Josh, get to it, buddy.
Josh, get Jay his money.
Pump my bags, Josh. Speaking of passive income, I wanted to just give you guys an update. I talked to you guys about this Climate DAO fair launch where I said basically I put $10 in there and to give you guys an idea of what was going to happen. I like to do stuff like this just so you guys can see it firsthand, that it doesn't take tons of money. It doesn't take thousands and thousands of dollars. You can start building a portfolio with whatever you got. So I started off, I put $25 into this token, and that's what I started with. So after about fees, paying fees on Coinbase and the network fees, I probably only got $20 worth of Klima that I deposited in here. And right now, I did another deposit of another $20. Now, remember, I said I'm just DCAing every week, $20. You know what I mean? You guys spend more money on that on freaking OnlyFans subscriptions. Don't lie. Don't lie. And I hope you guys aren't, but don't
Well,
lie.
I really hope you guys are not spending on OnlyFans subscription.
Anybody in crypto better
Only
know the
only
value of
spend on
money.
OnlyFans subscription when things go down bad for me and Jay, and I open up a freaking OnlyFans. That's when then you can go ahead and subscribe to me. But that's the only time I
Only if she agrees to give me 25% as well.
25%.
Yeah, 10% is for
You realize that like OnlyFans takes like 50%.
damn, they do? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And
I
some
didn't know
of
how
you
that
might be
works.
asking, how do you know that?
Yeah, I was about to. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my.
I was looking to say. So you looked into it, huh?
Listen. All of us girls have a point because we see all these girls making millions. And then you're like, damn, like, what the fuck? Do I gotta be a hoe to like freaking go and make some money? So, yes, I have looked into it. Didn't do it, but I did look into it. So, I was this close,
You know
everyone.
what? This is not even finance or crypto related, but one of my favorite memes is where it's like it's a meme and it's this guy who was like, I guess he was trying to be a rapper and he goes, you've been an OnlyFans model for like 2 months and then you stop promoting it. I guess now you know what it's like to be now you know what it's like to be an up and coming rapper
Oh
and
my
nobody's fucking with you.
literally.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. But yeah, where were we at? So right here, I got only 73 Klima in here. Let me just look at how much that's worth real quick so I can give you guys an accurate estimate. Um check this out. I only have 73 in here. $22, guys. So the price has gone down since I've got in here. Actually, I think it was at 30 cents. Either way, I put about $10 and then another 20, so $30. Right now, it's worth $22 that I have in this token. But out of these two allocations, I'm gonna get 133 Climate X and I'm gonna get 141 Climate X. That's not even including the other token that I'm gonna get from my points. So, just looking at stuff like this, if I put in only $20 into this passive income profile and I'm going to end up with an estimate of $141, tell me that's not good. And I'm doing it with low numbers. If you put $100 in this or $200, $1,000, 20,000, whatever, you know. But this is the type of stuff that when I'm saying, hey guys, you can build slowly. You don't have to break your pockets, break the bank, and go and do all these things. You can literally. This is freaking $30 in here, and I'm
Well, I
gonna
will
get
also say, like, it's diversifying your portfolio
yes,
with all the
yes,
time. If you don't diversify your portfolio and you only do one thing, you're only gonna get one thing. So why not put your money in different places and see which ones are doing good, which ones are not, things like that, and then start focusing on if there's only four out of those seven things that you put, then start focusing on those four things more, and then go
yeah.
from there. But don't just do one thing and expect to create generational wealth, guys. Like, diversify your portfolio, and that means in everything. I'm not just talking about in crypto, I'm talking about in anything having to do with finance.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. Like I said, so this is looking kind of good right now for only doing a small little investment of probably $40 with fees and stuff. Might have an opportunity to end up with $150. That's about a 6x, 5 6x, passively just setting it and forgetting it, not looking at any charts, not having to deal with any type of degen stuff going on or people rugging or doing all the stuff that we talk about in meme coins. Literally just staking, forgetting, and adding every week. So that's all I got for you guys today. Stacy, you got anything else for the lovely people today?
No, just again, if things go down bad, I will be creating an OnlyFans. So if you've been waiting for that, just know that will happen. But it will not happen because we're about to all make money and we're all gonna be so, so that will never happen. Ever, 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 ever. So let's just go make our money. Let's go do what we gotta do. And that's it. And
let's go. Let's go. All right, guys, subscribe to the channel. Let's make sure that my co-host doesn't have to join the dark side. You know, let's make sure that she stays pure of heart. Please subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10K. And remember, you guys think positive and positive things will happen. RIP to crypto roots. And never, ever, ever in your life finish a negative statement about currency, or else you're going to be broke. Until next time, peace.